Hey, what's going on, Casey?
It's going good. Nice to see you again. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. It's been like about a month and a half. I went on vacation and everything.
Yep. But I've seen your posts on Facebook. You've been active. You've been posting those deals you got under contract, some fix and flips. It looks like you've done some rehabs. It looks like you also got a new Airbnb that you just got finished. So I see you've been putting
Yeah,
in work.
yeah, yeah. That's how it really doesn't stop usually. So you try to slow down, but it doesn't really happen.
Yeah. And I imagine like with you closing, you just closed a contract a couple days ago, I think it was. I got a
Yeah,
notification.
yeah. So I got one under contract, an assignment of contract maybe about 3, 4 days ago,
Hmm.
whatever. So
Yeah, sounds
right
about
now
right.
we're on the market. We're trying to get some clients to actually get it locked up, and I mean, well, it's locked up, but trying to actually make the money from it now. So yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Yep.
Is that I think I saw you
So,
close another contract on Facebook a couple
oh yeah.
weeks back. Oh, can you hear me?
Um, oh yeah, you're talking about just as a real estate agent in general. So yeah, so I sell houses as well. So you'll see those. Actually, I probably closed about three, and I just been so busy I haven't posted them all in December. But yeah, so we try to close out probably about three or four just regular listings. Um, and then wholesales are, yeah, we're trying to work that as well now into the whole scheme of things.
Right. Okay. So the one you did 3 or 4 days ago was your first ever wholesale contract that you
Yeah, yeah.
did.
So my buddy and I, Zach, that sat with me when we first talked, he went out there with me. We met with the lady, and we just, yeah, we offered her pretty much what she had left on her mortgage, and yeah, she's just trying to get rid of it. So we got it under contract. We've got showings today, and we've got showings on Monday. So hopefully we'll get a good offer coming up in the next couple of days. So
Nice. Love it. That's great to know. Because yeah, I knew like with you, you had never really done wholesaling before. So I think one
yep.
of the things that I really talked a lot about was to focus on a lot of the coaching, like make sure to show up to the sessions. And I saw you. I see you've been showing up, man. I saw you in one of the
Hmm.
sessions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as I'm not selling a house, I try to show up. So
Nice. Okay, so Raul, this call is, I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you're definitely very busy. So it's just going to be like 10 minutes at most usually. And all I want to hear is just like, exactly where you were before you started working with us. So kind of
uh-huh.
like what made you want to even reach out for help in the first place, like what was going on with the business. And,
Hmm.
then what happened after you got some help.
Yeah, so it's funny. I think one of your VAs or something like that reached out to me on Facebook, and the time I was at, where I was at in my life right there, was I was just straight up doing real estate agent stuff. But at the end of the day, my wife and I's passion is to be investors. So that's where we really want to be. And when your VA reached out to me, we kind of looked it up, and it kind of made sense. And then we linked up, you and I, to kind of have a quick what's going on with the business, what you guys do, and what you guys provide. I'll be honest, I have no clue. So that's why we had Zach there as well. When it comes to wholesaling, all that kind of stuff, I've learned. I'm 40 now, but over those years, I've learned that you need to utilize the people around you. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to know who can find the answers for you. And then, so that's why Zach was there during that time, to make sure you guys would, because he's already tried to do everything you guys done with other companies. And if you can convince the skeptic, it makes a lot more sense. And then so we went forward with that. Then I pretty much went to Barbados. And then as soon as I came back from Barbados, got with Russell, and he got all my stuff set up with your guys' marketing.
Oh, the connection's cutting out a little bit here.
Um, and pretty much the day the day we went live to now, we're probably at a week and a half to maybe 2 weeks, maybe somewhere around there. Say it again.
The connection just cut off a little bit, but it's back now. So we're Gucci.
Okay. Yeah. So from the time that Russell went put me live to now, we're probably about like week and a half to 2 weeks. I've had probably about 7 to 8 leads. We've got one under contract right now that's out there and showing. I've had 3 actual face-to-face appointments. One of them is a potential listing that I'm going to have to call after this call to double check and see where they're going. The other one, they just wanted way too much money for the property. But I just check in with them once a week because you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, so it's been really good. So with all of that, I actually, I'm a real estate agent as well. I'm on a really big team nationwide, and we have intermediate training once a month with agents. And I think they had a random question about marketing, and I decided to tell them what you guys did and what's going on and how quickly that stuff was going. And everybody was like X, Y, and Z, and it actually works. I was like, yeah, I'm only like at day like 10, and I've actually gotten a one under contract as a wholesale. I've got actually 2 other face-to-face appointments. And they were like, hold on, what they want to do is they actually want you guys to give them the presentation, because it's probably about 30 agents nationwide. We do weekly training on Thursdays, and they want somebody from your team to pretty much say, hey, tell them what you guys do. And the 3 names I sent you, they're already yeses. And then there are some other names in the background. I like, yo, I need to know what you guys are doing for wholesaling, and then also for listing, because I noticed you guys had YouTube videos with agents as well, and they're all about what you guys and your team does. The fact that you bring in quality leads, yeah, they were just amazed at how quickly that somebody like me has no clue what they're doing, already has 1 under contract, and then had actual 2 other face-to-face appointments within a week and a half. But if you try to do that any other way, all of them are like, bro, we pay more than that and we get less than that. So yeah, so that's really why I reached out to you, because my team really wants you guys to, like, on a Thursday during one of our trainings, just to tell them what you guys do. Because honestly, I can't explain it. I just know that you market for me and I got leads, and that's all I care. That's who I am. Yeah.
It's a done for you solution. So, that's one of the benefits
Yep.
of it. You don't really need to know all the details.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, I'm excited. The team is excited. Everyone I talk to about it, Zach is excited. So Zach and I right now are partnering with the whole. I talk to them, get the gift of gab. I go out there. Kind of close the deal, and then he markets the deal, and we close the deal together, and then that's it. So it makes it super easy for me. It's probably a way to start doing wholesaling passive once I figure out what the heck I'm actually doing. So yeah.
Nice, I love it. Yeah, that's a big transformation. And I know, like, I think you told me before you worked with us that you were basically like going on the LMS, looking for deals that you could undercut. And yeah, how was that? Like, just trying to find deals in the MLS?
Yeah. So what I've done in the past is done cold calling myself, whether it's the MLS or doing drive-bys, driving for dollars. And my wife and I have probably been doing it for the past 6 months. And honestly, nothing's really come out of it. You guys kind of take the follow-up. It's way easier to do the follow-up to your guys' CRM. It's in there. It shows the lead is already coming in. They're interested, compared to me going out there trying to figure out who this person is, skip tracing them, all that kind of stuff. It works if you do it that way, but you got to be really consistent. But I am too scattered, have too many things going on, whether it is being a full-time dad, a full-time agent, a full-time investor. And then trying to also chase down people for cold calling. So it just made sense. And you guys, it works. So yeah.
Nice. And let's talk about this deal, Raul, that you got under contract. What kind of assignment fee is it? Like, were you guys able to leverage the negotiation trainings that we have? Like, what's the end result?
Honestly, so with that deal, it was so she wanted $50K for the home. I think maybe 52. I can't remember, somewhere around there. She still owed it in about 47. And Zach and I went in the home, and we've got our background in being agents, so we know what it costs to fix the home and that kind of stuff. So we went in there, we wrote down everything that was messed up or whatever, and then we went to the car and we just ran in numbers. And we're like, hey, so the best we can do is 47K pretty much. And the reason why is because you need about 40K in rehab. Your house is probably worth somewhere around 130, 135, and rents for about $1,000 to $1,100. We'll bring in investors. We can close the deal anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days, and they pay cash for houses. But if you go any higher than that, it's going to be really hard to sell your property. And she was like, you know what? I'm ready to get rid of it. Sounds good. 47K. So right now we put it out there for 60K and people are going to see it. So we're looking somewhere around, 60K best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we'll probably take 7 just to move forward to the next one. But we're talking about 7 Gs and like what, 2-3 weeks of working with you guys potentially. So
Yep.
as a real estate agent, you get paid 30 to 45 days after it goes in contract, and you've already been working with the person 2 to 3 weeks or even longer. So this is way easier, straight up. And I'm gonna cherry pick also, so the ones that work for me as investment properties, I'll just buy them myself for dirt cheap, and they'll be cheaper than me trying to find them on the MLS or buying them from other people and that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah, so I could definitely tell you've gotten a lot of value out of this. And I could also tell, like, when we initially spoke, so like the whole point of the first call we had was actually to disqualify people. That's actually secretly what the whole purpose of the first call is. And I could tell, like, you had the real estate experience you told me about. You have friends as well that are doing wholesaling. And you also just had a mindset of wanting to go into this program, like making it work. Because like some people will, for example, join this program and then they're looking for, an excuse to say that they're bad leads. Like, for example, you're going to get people asking for retail price, for ridiculous prices. And that is,
I
of
have one
course,
right now.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But would you say, like, do they have some sort of distress? Like, do they have a situation? Like, why do they actually want to sell their home?
Yes, you guys definitely send distressed buyers. So
nice. And yeah, that's what everybody's looking for.
So that's a big question I have for you guys, for you or Russell, is like potentially setting something up so you guys can give my team, hey, like a 15, 20, 30-minute spiel of what you guys provide for wholesalers and agents. Because they, like I said, they're ready to jump just from my story. And also the fact that I had Zach, and most of them know Zach's a skeptic too. So so I don't know, who do I need to talk to set that up, or would that be you directly? To set up on like a Thursday, we do team training.
Oh, great. Oh, and last thing I want to ask, Raul.
Yeah.
So everything you said is super, your golden nuggets, needing to have the network, so that even though you didn't have experience wholesaling, you had people that you were connected with that could actually help you get your first property on a contract in like the first 2 weeks or so.
Yep.
Aside from that, what else would you say you need to do to get the most out of this? Like, what's your advice to someone who's just joining the program? Like, what do you really need to focus on to make the most out of this?
I think take it seriously. It's that simple. Take it seriously, and follow up with those leads. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to have all the answers, but build connection with those leads, whether it's text messaging, calling, and following up. That's it. One of them that's a potential listing from Wholesale the Listing. I went and talked. He's 78 years old. I talked to him for probably about an hour, and he has a daughter that's a listing agent, but he told me call him on Saturday and he'll potentially list with me, just because I hung out and tried to solve all his problems, whether it's due diligence money to help him move, all that kind of stuff. So
providing extra value. It.
So
great. So Raul, that was pretty much it. I wanted to walk through. Again, congratulations on being an action taker. Because a lot of people, they always want to blame us, but we're delivering. We're having the leads coming in.
100%. The slow part of this process with you and getting me started was definitely me and vacation. 100%. So if it doesn't work, it's usually the individual that signed up, from what I've seen.
Yeah. So that's like, I always try to set the expectations as clear as possible, because that is, that's one mistake I could make, is if I don't set the expectations that, hey, you're going to need to follow up. You're going to need to be on time for the appointments. You're going to need to answer the live calls that we're sending your way.
But your guys' CRM makes it super easy to do everything. I can literally run my wholesale business through your CRM, compared to having to pull up a laptop or just only do partial of the CRM, whether it's texting. Some CRMs you can't text, some CRMs you can't call. Plus your CRM also records a call, so you can go back. If I'm driving, I've done before, and ask them questions, I don't need to take notes. I just go back and listen and take notes later on. So that's not available with every CRM.
Nice. Love it. Awesome. Raul, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for hopping on this call and just sharing what your experience is and giving advice to people like what they need to do to get the most out of it. We of course want to see everybody succeed. Like that's what we're here for. We're making money by helping people make way more money than we're making.
Yep. No,
So,
I definitely hear that.
yeah. So I super appreciate it. And of course, let me know at the end of the day, as soon as you know, whether or not we're going to go through with that call on Thursday. And then I'll be it's either going to be me or Esteban, because I know like the realtor side of things, we have a realtor program we're doing now as well. And I don't know too much about it. So like if we're going to talk to realtors mostly, then I probably would need to have Esteban with me.
So it's going to be mostly realtors. I'd say 80% are realtors, but they're all investors as well. So they want to get deals. So it's going to be a good mix.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll let Esteban know about that. Cool.
Okay. Perfect.
I'll let you get back to closing some more deals, making some more money. And we got each other on Facebook, so we'll stay in touch.
All right, brother.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Peace.
Have a good one.
Enjoy your weekend. You too.